Welcome back to my second edition of FridaySews. Now you might see I've got a little visitor. I wasn't planning on bringing him in here, but as I was about to come in, he was just like looking at me, followed me to the door and was looking like, give me attention. And I thought, you know what, I haven't brought him in my video for ages, so I'll bring him in. And because I can edit my videos now, I can stop and start, can't I? So if he starts being a bit of a nuisance, I can send him back in there, can't I? I can stop it and then come back again. So what was happening when I left you last time? So I haven't brought you a video since last Friday. Now I will admit I'm currently filming this Thursday morning. It is 11:10, and the reason I'm doing it a little bit early is because I've made a gift for somebody and I really want to get it wrapped up and posted today, but I really wanted to show you before it goes. So I might do a bit of the filming today and I might do a bit of filming on Friday, but you will see it all on Friday, so I hope that that's clear. So when I left you last week, it was all a bit of a panic because it was Friday. My youngest son's birthday was going to be on the Sunday, and there was all that last minute prep, buying a birthday cake because I wasn't making it myself. There was cards and things, having to sort and write his card and everything, and just the general things you want to do for your children's birthday, make sure everything's in place. So I managed to get the panel done. Now when you saw me, I'd cut out I'd hand drew out the numbers and cut those out, and then I later die cut the part, the TH, and I got that up ready for him. So I got that done that day. And actually I'm sorry if I'm getting your name, Ethemenia Grubb, sorry if I'm not saying your name right, but commented on my video, and she said if I'd be tempted to cut off the 3 on the 13 and then just stick the 4 on that. Now that it was a good idea, but when you mentioned it I had already done it. But what I'm hoping to do in time, if I'm lucky enough to be blessed with grandchildren, because you don't know if you're going to be, do you? But so I hope that I'll get to reuse these and things, so when I'm a grandparent, and I could always use them when it's like pet birthdays and things, couldn't I? If I can get them to sit in front of it and take the photograph, couldn't I? So that's not a bad idea. So I got that done for him. Now you might have seen this before. This is another birthday banner. I don't know how well you can see that actually. I'll try and get it down, and it's got King for the day. This is a Mandy Shaw design. I did do my own writing. I die cut the King for a day. I didn't use Mandy's templates just because I like that style of writing, and basically this is chalk fabric here and this is chalk fabric, so you can rub it out and put whose name it is. You can put the age if you want to do that. That does come off, so if you don't want to have the age on there at all, you don't have to. And then what you do is, this has got buttons on, you turn it around and you have Queen for the day, and see the dicky bow. The dicky bow is press studded on, so I can take that off. He's settling down, how nice. You can take that off and I can put a Peter Pan collar on. I've got all the little bits in the back, and basically I've got all different styles of hair and different colour, and I've put pin brooches on them, and I can swap them out, and the crown comes off as well. So what I'll be doing is I'll be rubbing that off. Usually I'll just use a piece of chalk, but I actually painted this on with a chalk paint. Do you know what, I'll try and install a photograph. You can't see the paint very well, but I remember I took a photograph when I was doing something else, and I used this chalk. It was really difficult to find actually, because if you look up chalk paint is really popular for painting furniture to give it a shabby chic look. So when you type in on the search engine chalk paint, but actually I don't know what my husband put in, but he found that and I ordered it in, and I used a paintbrush and I've just painted the writing on, so I haven't attempted taking that off yet, but so I'll let you know how I get on when I try and remove it. And also I painted, my son has got a wall in his bedroom that we painted it with a chalkboard paint, and I like chalk things on there. You might have seen on social media, or I put a pancake thing on there, and I must admit I haven't been using it an awful lot for doing things on, because I made my son a wigwam years ago, and it's up in his bedroom, but we took it down because we were doing something in there, and we've folded the wigwam up and we haven't put it back out, so there's quite a bit of space in his bedroom where the wigwam was standing, so I can get at the chalkboard easier, so it's encouraged me to use it a bit more. So I used a paintbrush and the chalk paint, and I chalked it on happy 14th birthday, Jack. I'll put a video or a photograph or something in for you to see that. And it was my first attempt at doing brush lettering. Basically, it's like a style of calligraphy. Do you know what I've been telling you about, what I do with the dip nib pens, and you do the thick and thin lines? It's basically, you do it with the paintbrush, and you can do it with paint, and you can do it with ink and things, but I did it with that, and that was my first ever attempt at doing it on that board, and I'm really quite pleased with it actually, how it came out. And I thought, well, there's no better place really than trying it on a chalkboard, because you could rub it out, couldn't you, if you needed to, but my attempts is what I didn't rub it out, that's what was there. It did look a bit misty, but it's from when I rubbed out the pancake recipe off there. And then this was my second attempt doing short lettering, but I had to use a much smaller paintbrush because that one would have been too thick. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that for my son. And there's anything else? Yeah, I took a photograph of my son standing by this banner, holding a homemade birthday cake, like a fabric cake that I made years ago. And actually, a photograph popped up when he was 11, and he's 14 now, holding the cake, and I did a then and now kind of thing, and I couldn't believe how much he'd grown in 3 years. That's pretty shocking, isn't it, how fast children grow? Because I know their height kind of slows down a little bit, doesn't it, as they get past a certain age. You don't have to change their shoes as often and their clothes, but he's actually grown quite a lot, hasn't he, in 3 years? I'll try and put the photograph on so you can see how much he's grown. So that's where I was at with that. And then what happened is, now I told you in my last video that I was doing another 6 weeks of Poppy to Fry projects. I basically joined up. I had the materials this time, and anyway, I was ever so excited on Saturday. The email come through at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was a gorgeous flower project. Now I'm going to put up a picture of the Poppy's photograph on the screen for you to see. Hopefully I can find that somewhere. And this is what she wanted us to make. They're basically free motion embroidered flowers that you basically free motion embroider on a piece of fabric, then you cut them out and then glue them onto the card, but you stitch directly onto the card for the stems basically. And I thought that was absolutely delightful, but unfortunately with everything that was going on with my son's birthday, and then we did get, I had something then, like visitors, but doorstep visitors, and then you end up standing on the doorstep, don't you, chatting for ages and things. And I ordered some those candle wax melt things from my friend, and my friend dropped them around, and I chatted on the doorstep to my friend for ages, because they're the only people you see, aren't they? So yeah, so obviously they slow down like crafts and things, and I was itching to get in and see some free motion embroidered flowers, but I fancied not doing the card. I'm not saying I'm not going to do the cards, but I wanted something that would probably last a little bit better, that I could keep. So I decided to do the daffodils and to put them on a pot. Now you've seen that I've done fabric pots. If you've been following me a while, that I've done fabric pots before. I made that one in Poppy's club spring last year, and these are flowers, a flower pot look. Sorry, there's all thread hanging out of this. It's making it look a bit messy. It's a flower pot. This is quite a small pot that we made, and then I went on and I did my own. Oh gosh, I'm bringing everything with me here. I'm doing everything one-handed because I've got Rafe. Sorry, did I introduce him? Rafe is his name, and he's my second dog. I've got Holly as well. So then I went on and I designed my own. This is my own drawing, the ducks. You've probably seen this before. And then I did my own little sentiment on the back there, and basically what it says is, my family is everything ... on the front, and then on the back I put ... but foraging in a grassy meadow comes a close second, because that's what ducks like doing, foraging around. I've made a right mess of my shelf now, haven't I? Right, I'll get these things off. I'll put the pots back, and then I'll put those other things back when I've got a hand free. So yeah, I've got these. These are free motion embroidered purses that I'll just keep on there. I've not gifted them. I've just kept them really. So let's put those. Yeah, I'll put them back. I'll tidy up now. Sorry about that. Right, and then in the Christmas club, Poppy did a pot again. Now, if you've watched my Vlogmas and my things over Christmas, you will know that I was stitching this next one under the influence. I got a little bit tempted because I'd started it, and it was Christmas Day, and everybody was quiet, and my husband nipped in the shower, and there it was all hooped up, and I just started stitching, and I'd had a bit of wine, but it was okay. I didn't do all of it on one, and I don't recommend doing that, but this is the one that I made then, and it's a bigger pot, and it's got all these little houses, and I did add some extra things that you weren't supposed to do. I added the snowman. That snowman was on my calendar, and I added a little Christmas tree. I think, did I use a Christmas tree? No, I didn't use a Christmas tree that was on here. I don't know where I did that one. Maybe that was on the calendar. I don't know. I can't remember now. But I added a couple of little extra bits and some lights and things. I did some metallic threads, and I did some little lights and things. And I absolutely love that. And even though Christmas is over, because it's only Christmas there, I know it's got snowflakes. I know, but I keep that on my dresser, on my Singer sewing machine, just sitting there, and I just, because I like to get to enjoy seeing it all the time. So what I did, going back to the project we had on Saturday, I decided to free motion embroider daffodils onto a pot. And here are my efforts. So Poppy, that's what Poppy wanted you to do on the card, but I've put an extra, one like this, I've done an extra one going the opposite way round here, and I've done my own sentiment. Now, I really love doing things with words, and so I've played around a bit. I've done lowercase lettering, then capital, and lowercase again, just, it's a bit of an arty thing, and I've wrote daffodils, a springtime happiness. So I free motion embroidered that sentiment onto there, and I absolutely love it. And the plan was, what I was going to do is, I was going to get a lovely little pot, with those tiny little daffodils you can get, and other little flowers, and I'd seen some nice ones outside Marks and Spencer's when I was getting my son's birthday cake. Actually, I've got a funny story about that. There was a big massive queue outside Marks and Spencer's on Saturday, and I don't do queues all well really. I can queue up okay on a nice day at a theme park for an exciting ride at the end, but queuing outside a supermarket on a dreary, dull, cold day with miserable looking people with their masks on, I'm not really a fan of. Who is really? It's quite depressing, isn't it, when you go out and you see these big queues of people waiting for click and collects, all looking like this, and I think, oh, let's go home. I just want to go home. So my husband, he knows what I'm like, and he said to me, well, I know you need to go to Boots, and there wasn't a queue at Boots. He said, you go and get the couple of things we need from Boots, and I'll queue up, and then you can come and join me in the queue. And I said, well, what we're going to do if you get in? And he said, I don't think I'm going to get in. But as it happens, we just missed each other, and he got into Marks and Spencer's and I didn't. So then he had to try and pick the cake and get things for my son, and and he FaceTimed me, but for some reason, I didn't know this at the time, it come through to my iPad at home, it didn't come through to my phone, and he was like, he said, why didn't you pick up? Because he ended up doing like a FaceTime on WhatsApp, and he said, why didn't you pick up? And I was like, I didn't get anything. He said, well, it was doing it. And I said, well, I didn't get anything. And we realised when we got home, it come through to the iPad, but not my phone, which is strange, isn't it? So we did it. Oh, the quality was awful. But he was there showing me these cakes, and it was really awkward because I was standing outside Marks and Spencer's with my phone like this and trying to look at these cakes, and I've got like an audience of people like looking at me, and I couldn't get in the car and do it because my husband had the car key, so it was a bit awkward. But yeah, I picked a cake out, so I was going, you're not close enough, I'm saying, and I said, would you get him a card? Because I said, don't worry too much about it. I said, it'd be nice if you get something with Son on, and then what I'll do is I'll put an age, I'll put his name, I will, you know, bling it up kind of thing. And would you get some wrapping paper? Well, it's quite funny when you leave men to do things. Now, he didn't do too bad with the card, actually. He got quite a nice Son card, and I did calligraphy in metallics, these like fine tech metallic things. They're basically, they look like watercolour paints, you know, like in a palette, and then you add water to and then you mix it up. I did that on the front with his name and his age, and then I just did ink calligraphy inside it. And the wrapping paper my husband got, I think it was Christmas paper. He claims it's just Disney, but it had Olaf, the snowman from the film, the Disney film Frozen, not Frozen. That was a mix of Frozen and Tarzan then, wasn't it? Frozen, no, Frozen. And so yeah, I was like, oh gosh, but it was okay. He didn't mind the Olaf wrapping paper anyway. So that's where we got with where I eventually got round to doing this. Was it Monday? Yes, obviously time was getting along, but I've been keeping my hair clips in it. That's what I was telling you about Marks and Spencer's. While I was waiting, I'll get to the point. While I was waiting outside for my husband, after I told him what to get, I was just looking at the little pots of flowers, and they were gorgeous. And then when I went to the co-op, which is a bit easier to go in, no queue usually and things, the flowers looked a bit sorry, so no flower pot, but I'm putting hair clips in it, and I've never had a proper place for my hair clips, so I've just been I don't know if that's going to be a permanent solution, but that's what I'm doing so far. So anyway, then I was itching to do all the other flowers, and all the people that are in the club are all posting their other flowers and doing their flower cards, but I really wanted to make a gift for somebody. Now, it isn't their birthday or any occasion or anything. It's just that another YouTuber that she follows me and I follow her, and do you know when you just see something, and then I got this idea what I wanted to make, and I thought I'd just love to make it for her. Right, so she does know she's receiving something, but she doesn't know what it is. So what I might have to do is, if she hasn't, I'm going to try and send it out in a really fast delivery today, but if she hasn't received it by the time I need to put this video up, I'm going to have to say to her, please don't watch the video, because what I've made for you is in the video, and I don't want you to spot, because she wants to open it and be surprised kind of thing. And what it is, she does have cats, and we do have a lot in common. We both like dressmaking, and her son is the same age as my middle son, and you know when her son goes on her videos, and you know when I see him and I think my middle son would really get on with her son. Do you know when you just know they'd get on really well, and they've got some real similar interests as well. And yeah, like I don't she doesn't live nearby, so it's not like they could start hanging around together or anything. But if you know he was local, I could see them being friends. But anyway, so this is what I've made for her. So that's why I'm showing you all these pots. I've made this, right? And it's meant to be, do you know the monkeys? The see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. I don't know what order you meant to say it in. It's basically cats doing that look. So basically that cat's covering its ears, that cat's covering its eyes, and that cat's covering its mouth. and I've made the pot. And what I've done is I've got a bit fancy. Now I did practice drawing this out on paper first. I looked at the space I was dealing with. I got a pencil and I drew it out and I thought, yeah, I like that. And I just tried to look at it and then kind of mimic it on fabric. And that's what I'm so proud of this, right? That's what I've free motioned embroidered. I hope you can read it. It says fish, cat, and quite a fancy M there, if you can figure it out, meow, and a free motioned a little fish bones. And that's what I've put on the back. And what it is, she does have cats, a cat or cats. I think she's got cats, you know, plural and not singular. And what I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to try and nip out now and maybe just put some cat treats in it. And I've got some cat fabric that I might put in it for her. So yeah, so I just wanted to do it, and yeah, I think she's gonna love it. And I have seen that she's given gifts to people. I've told her I don't want anything back. I've been really firm, I do not want anything back. And I've seen she's gifted things to people, and I thought, you know what, I'd really like to do something for her. So yeah, so I can't wait to send it. I just hope it doesn't get too creased. I don't know if I should just push it flat like that, and then hopefully she'll realise it pops out when she gets it. Yeah, so I'll see what I can put inside of there. So she could always use it to keep cat treats in it. She could always, I think, fat quarters really fit really nice in it as a decorative thing. You know, you can put hair clips in it. You can put anything in these fabric pots. They're really, really handy. And I'm a little bit addicted to them, I think, you know. So, yeah, so that is what I ended up making with my Poppy to Fry project. Instead of doing cards, I ended up doing flowers, and then I went on and did another pot. They all, they're not the same size as this pot. This pot is actually my own design. So basically those pots are the same size. That's Poppy's design pot, that's Poppy's designer pot, and this pot I've done my own pattern now, and that's what I tend to use. That's the kind of size that I like. Oh, and actually what I should mention is the cat design. I'll pop a picture up on the screen if I can find it. Have I got it here? Oh, it's over there. Right, I'll either get it down and take a photo and install it, or I'll get the photo down off the website. But this is a download picture. This is where I've got the design from, and it's a Sophie Palmer drawing, and I used her drawing to turn it into a applique or a clique, however you say it, for the cats. So the cats aren't my own design, but the words were. The style of writing that I use is very Kirsten Burke, a calligrapher. She does modern calligraphy, so it's not the very, you know, stuff that's just on a line. It's a bit like, you know, really all over the place kind of stuff. So I kind of, you know, it was my style of writing was like, you know, inspiration from her style of writing, basically. So then what happened then in the way of makes? Well, I finished that last night. So that's all I've managed to make actually since I've last, oh no, tell a lie. So basically since I've last seen you, I've made that, I've made 2 pots, and I have done some work on Ottoline. I have been filming it. Basically, Ottoline from the Lunar Lapping series of animals has now got a head. Now, not all the pieces are on the head yet. That the only reason it's going so slow is because I'm trying to film it, and it's having the time. And then what is happening is, because my husband is in the room with me, I'm not able to talk while I'm filming, so I'm having to go back over the videos that I've done and then talk over them. So obviously it's a big, long, drawn out process, but I have done some work on Ottoline. So basically, yes, I have got some footage that I'm gathering up, and she has got a head that's stuffed, basically. So yeah, so hopefully I'll have another animal. My mum has made 2 lunar lapins now, and I have seen the one, but I haven't seen the other one. She hasn't sent me a photograph of the second one, and I don't think she's made any clothes yet either. So well done, Mum, to you for doing those. And I had a delivery yesterday. Now on Instagram, you get sponsored posts come up, don't you? And I am always a little bit wary sometimes of the companies, because I have my husband's ordered things he's seen and he's never ever got them, so sometimes if I like the look of something, I'll try and check them out another way and I vet them and whatever. But I saw this company called Must Have Ideas, and this is the leaflet they've sent me, and I saw these thingies. Can you see that? Basically, you hang your clothes up on this thing and then you drop it down. So it kind of like, what I was thinking is it would probably free up some floor space in my wardrobe. Now, I've used a couple of them so far. Now, it does make my wardrobe look a lot tidier because it's not so much bulk on one line, but it kind of it takes up more room. When you had all this room because everything hung high, then it drops down, but it doesn't fill the space, if you know what I mean. So basically I ordered 2 packs of them, and I don't know how many I got actually, but I've used two or three so far. I've done them this morning. But what I will say is that I'm quite impressed actually. I'm not running it down or anything. The big plastic coat hangers, they get a bit stuck. So what it is, I haven't finished doing all my wardrobe and sorting it out because I'm a bit worried about what coat hangers I'm left. And you've got to really think carefully. If you're going to hang things up, you'd put, say if you're going to drop it that way when you let it go, think about, I wouldn't put dresses on it. I'd only put like skirts, shorts and tops and things on it. But it depends how much, oh sorry Rafe, I didn't get him, but it made him jump, depth you've got in your wardrobe. I've got a wardrobe, I've got a pole here and then a pole low, so I haven't got a lot of room. If you've got like one that's full length, it would be amazing basically. But if you're going to use one and you're going to drop it that way, put your longer things on the side that's going to be higher and the shorter things this side, because when it drops down, obviously they're going to dangle low, so you don't want the longer things on that low end. So I know that's not sewing, but when you're a sewer, you make clothes and things, you know, you need to be able to store things, and you cannot hang up fabric on coat hangers. So that's an idea, isn't it? If you hung up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fabrics on there and then drop it down, it's a bit of a space saver, isn't it? And what it does is the things that you've left hanging on the rail that aren't on those, you've just got a bit more room to manoeuvre them. So yeah, so far so good. I am pleased with it. Now Easter projects. Now I know some people have been watching my old videos, so you might remember some of the things I was doing a year ago. Now last year, and the only reason I know this is because somebody commented on a video around about last Easter, and I ended up just flicking through and having a look back, because sometimes people comment on something and you can't really remember what it is you'd said in that video, and you don't really know what they're talking about, so sometimes I have to flick back to be able to answer. But I was showing you my lampshades in my video from a lampshade club, Mandy Shaw's lampshade club. I'm not in anymore, but I've still got a couple of lampshades I think to do. Yeah, I think I've got 2 to do. But I said to you in that video, this was a year ago, please hold me to it, that I'm going to do this Easter lampshade, right? And it's a bunny themed one. Anyway, I got all psyched and I was going to do it, right? I thought, yeah, that's going to be my Easter project for 2021. But I've had a look at the linen, and the linen is really dark. Now, I don't think the dark linen with that dark red thread feels very Easter for me, right? Now I have done dark linen makes at Easter before. I wonder if I've got a photograph of it. I've cleared loads of photographs off my phone, so it's hard to show you things now, but I made an Easter themed bunting, Mandy Shaw, but it had all pastel colours on it and it looked really beautiful. The linen, it wasn't a kit, I sourced all my own supplies, so I had that dark linen and things. It didn't come like that, and I ordered, but I did order some felts from Mandy, some, you know, pastel-y colours and things, but I don't feel like this is very Eastery, so I was just about to get this going. I was going to iron it up, the transfer on, and start stitching, and I changed my mind, right? So I don't know what my Easter project is going to be. What I might do is I will stitch this bunny lampshade in the future, but I'll probably do it. I might use this linen for something else. I might do it, if I'm going to do it in red, I'll do it on a lighter linen, a bit like in the photograph. It looks quite light, doesn't it? I might get a lighter linen, or I might stitch it in not red or something, I don't know, but I might use this linen for something else. It could be my poppy to fry projects, couldn't it, you know? So, and I'll see if I've got some linen, some lighter linen that I can do the bunny lampshade, but I don't know if that's going to end up being this year now, I don't know. So because I was wanting to do something for Easter, I did start tracing out some things for Easter, and the designer is, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Oh, when I remember, I'll tell you. It's the, do you remember I made this dog, Thimble Dog? This designer designed this dog, right? And so yeah, it's one of her designs, an Easter themed one. So I have started tracing out bits for that. So that might be my Easter project for 2021 now. So I don't know if I'm getting a bunny lampshade. Obviously, because I'm doing this poppy to fry thing for 6 weeks, obviously week 1 has gone now. My makes, it's all a bit up in the air because I want to keep up with the poppy projects, and so that's what's kind of happening, and I've got to try and fit dressmaking in between. So since I last saw you, I haven't actually done any dressmaking, but I have I've downloaded things, I've printed things, I've been basically working on just researching my design your own wardrobe. You know, I mentioned I do the design your own wardrobe for with seam work. I've only done it once before. It was on again. I didn't follow it properly. I wasn't like doing it everything in time, but I've been just making mental plans and just having a look at different styles of clothes that I like. They're not patterns, but I've found different kind of clothes that I'd like to wear in the summer, spring, summer, that aren't sewing patterns. And I've been researching to see if I can find something similar that maybe I can tinker with, so I can recreate these clothes that I've found online, kind of thing. Because some of them, you couldn't even buy them. They're like, you know, they're overseas, they're sold out. So dressmaking has been a massive deal this week, but I haven't actually cut out any garments and I haven't sewn any garments basically. I probably, if I hadn't been making that gift, maybe I might have, you know. So because what I could do is keep in here a free motion embroidery zone and use my my dining table as a dressmaking zone, because we don't have to eat on it. We've got the island with enough seating anyway, so, and keep that as dressmaking. But my husband, he's been putting like all tools, things on the table, so I might, and a record box and things, so I might have to tell him to shift some stuff. So that is where I'm at as of Thursday, even though this is FridaySews. So I'm going to leave this video here now. It is on 33 minutes without editing. I don't know, sometimes I don't even bother editing. I'm sorry about the noise again. It's the construction work over. I can hear this beeping going on, so I'm just trying to ignore it. So I might come back tomorrow and do a little bit more filming. That's only if I've realised I've forgotten something that I should have mentioned today that I wanted to, or I actually do some sewing between now and tomorrow when the video is going to go up. So this is might be all the makes you see. There might be more, I don't know yet. So but what I'll do is, either way, if I have or haven't done something, I'll come back on tomorrow to say my goodbyes. And I'm really impressed with this little monkey. He's just sitting here all calmly. Somebody is at the front door. They haven't rang the doorbell, so it could be just the leaflet dropper, but I better go. Oh, he's just put his head down. Shall I try and show you him? Hang on. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what I'm wearing. I'm wearing that t-shirt that I bought because I want to recreate it. I'm wearing an old Superdry hoodie, so nothing, but I am wearing my Juno pajama bottoms that I did make in Tilly and the Buttons jersey fabric. And let me see if I can angle this so you can see him. Oh, he's put his head up now. I wanted to show you because he was all sleepy. Is he going to lie down again? Yeah, look. There he is. Just lying there. Just lying there between my legs like a little cat. You know, so they're quite funny, the dogs, aren't they, and the cats. So yes, I actually did something funny when because I've been sewing in my kitchen slash conservatory, because I've been leaving my machine in here set up for free motion embroidery, and so basically Anna, who I'm making this for, I've had to sew this, not the embroidery, but when I sewed the pot together, I had Rafe on my lap. He managed, because I had a dressing gown on and there's a dog bed there, he managed to basically claw his way up my dressing gown, and he sat on my lap while I sewed this for you, which was quite funny. What was a little bit disgusting is I was wearing a pair of leggings that I haven't made. They're just old and there's a ladder in them, but I just wear them round the house because there was a bit of skin coming through. He decided to clean me, so while I was sewing this, he was licking that laddered area on my leggings, and it was a bit disgusting. But you know, when you nearly finished it and think, I'll just keep going, and then I'll just put him down. So yeah, so that was quite a funny experience, you know, sewing this for you, Anna. So yeah, so I hope you really like your pot, Anna, and I can't wait to see you open it. So it's going to be exciting. So thank you so much for joining me so far, and I will pop back tomorrow, and I'll just let you know what's going on, and if something went on, it did, and if it didn't, it didn't, and I'll say my goodbyes. So thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Now, welcome back to the final instalment of Friday Sews. Now, I did edit the bit that I did yesterday already, and I've inserted all the photographs. And I'm trying to think, where did I leave you? But I can't quite remember. But I was wondering if I'd forgotten anything. And I was going to mention that we've had International Women's Day. I must admit, I've not heard of it before. I don't think I have anyway. But I could see things were getting shared on social media. So I thought, well, what can I do for it? And I thought, it's not like I can wish my members, a family in my house, happy International Women's Day. I'd probably get a sexist joke back if I probably did anyway, because I live in a house full of men, don't I? So there you go. So so I did a little I got a free brush pen from a magazine, and I just wrote it out, a happy International Women's Day, and posted that on my social media. So that's how I played my part in it. And there was I wrote another note. It was so funny. Basically, I got quite a few emails wishing me happy birthday, and I woke up one morning and I thought, oh, well, thank you very much. But it wasn't actually my birthday. And I'm thinking, well, why am I getting so many happy birthday emails off people? And I just didn't understand why. And then the penny dropped. And what it is, it's because in the UK, when you enter your date of birth, you put the day first, and then the month, and then the year you were born. But in America, you put the month, then the day, and then the year. So basically, some of the American sites that I've used like they thought my birthday was in March, basically, not October. So I thought that was quite funny, actually. And I was getting all these discount codes, because obviously they think you've had birthday money to spend. So they're saying, spend it with us, here's a discount code. I was thinking, thank you very much. And then when I actually have got birthday money, now they're not going to email me, but never mind. So it's one of those things anyway. So one thing I did notice on my video, I thought, well, is it a bit miserable there wasn't any dressmaking? So shall I try and knock something up quickly? So I thought about my jacket, and actually, do you know when I filmed Rafe on my lap, I did notice all the junk. And if you're wondering what all that junk is, there's that fabric still down here from when I was showing you in the zip. There's a load of leftover white felt from where I think that has fallen, actually. I didn't get that down from up there, and that's from when I made my husband's football beanbag, and that's just what I've got left over. And I made the little if you saw my Vlogmas, I used some of that to make those little Mandy Shaw mice, the Christmas mice. And that fur's still down here. Do you know the ones from my teenage years, that when you know, I had furry boots when I used to go clubbing? And there's still a bit of this fabric down here. So oh, and this, my cinch, basically. This is what I use when I want to kind of make a bound book, and it puts the holes in it for you when you put it in the spiral thing. But it wasn't working all too well the last time I used it, because my wires were a bit bent. It didn't work, but that one looks okay. So and I've realised now, if you're going to do a back cover with it, because you can do a back cover, it's got to be something hard. If you just use a paper back cover, it doesn't sit all that good. I wonder if I've got what I did now. It's around here somewhere. If I find it, I'll show you. But so I thought, shall I do some dressmaking? So I'll show you the jacket I was going to make with that fabric, this fabric, right? And it was this. Oh, isn't it? Oh, the picture's not at the front. Hang on. Actually, if I show you, and then the little drawing, can you see that? It's basically a bomber jacket, and it's the J. Lee Charlie, I think it's called. The pattern designer is J. Lee, and the pattern is called Charlie. Now this is for a knit garment, basically a stretchy garment, and it's quite fitted, I found out. So I was going to size up quite a few times. Anyway, so I cut all the pieces out last night. I just cut them roughly, because I didn't know, I was going to trace the size. And actually I usually just use tracing paper, but I actually have got a Swedish tracing paper, which I haven't used yet. I've just kept it for, you know, a certain thing in mind. You know, when you want to try it, because with the Swedish tracing paper, you can actually sew it and try it on a bit like a toile, like a practice garment. So I thought, because I'm messing around, I'm trying to sew a knit garment with a woven, I'll do it on the Swedish tracing paper. But when I had a look at the sleeves look really tiny. I think the sleeves are really fitted on this. That's what it looks like. So I got a jacket, a woven jacket that I own, that's quite a small one, and I could see how big the armhole is on my jacket. And when I sized up my armhole, it was coming up, it was like a massive, because these go to quite big sizes. And I just thought, you know what, I know you can make anything work, but it was going to be a lot of messing around. And I just thought, no, I just want something quick and easy. So I abandoned this. I will make this bomber jacket, but I'm not going to use that fabric. Anyway, so I had a little digging around online, and I went on the fold line actually, and I went on to jackets, and I found a jacket pattern. I purchased it last night. I ordered the printed. It's basically, it's a PDF, but I ordered a printout of it. Well, I thought to myself, wow, I'm feeling a bit eager. So today I've actually printed it out myself on my printer, stuck all the pieces together, and roughly cut, no, I haven't roughly, I've actually cut it out. I've cut out the size that I intend to do. And this is the, where is it? I did bring a piece of, there it is, bear with me. Oh, I've got my Linden sweatshirt on today. This was the one that was in Sew magazine. My picture got in there.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh yes, but I'm just doing a tiny film. No, I'm finishing off a film I started yesterday. Okay, I'll come in a minute. Right, I'm going for a cuppa apparently, so that's nice, isn't it? So, how funny. So, this is the one I found. It's a pattern company I'm not aware of. I've followed them on Instagram now. I've never heard of them, and they're called Pattern Scout, and it's called the Cozy Jacket, and I think it's quite new. And there's two versions. There's a funnel neck version and there's a hooded version, and it's quite an oversized one. But what I've done is it's basically it's for people, they say, for 5'9". So I've ended up I'm 5'4". So I've took off 2 inches off the pocket piece and off the front bodice and the back bodice. And I think what it is, when you take off measurements, so say if it's based on another size, I think you reduce it by 1/2 inch per inch height difference. That's what I believe. And actually I measured where, because it's the finished garment measurements on this are fantastic. They tell you every little bit. And I had a look where the jacket was going to end, and I had a look where I wanted to end, and I thought, oh no, I'd take it up 2 inches. And then when I started to read some of the instructions, it actually recommends someone of 5'6" that you take off 1 inch for so that, and that's someone that's 2 inches. So yeah, that worked out right. So you take off 1/2 inch per height. So do you know what I'm saying? So if there's someone that's 5'5" and there's someone that's 5'6", if the pattern was based for a 5'6" and you was 5.5, you'd just shorten it by 1/2 inch. Does that make sense? So far all I've got is my pattern pieces. I've got my fabric. I've got a zip that I'd bought to go with this. And what's brilliant is I'd have had to buy cuffing and things with this, and neckband and things. I think as long as I've got enough fabric, I've got everything I need. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do a mash-up between A and B. Now, A has got elasticated waist and elasticated cuffs. I think I would like that. And the difference between A and B also, one's got a hood and one's got a funnel neck. I think I'm going to do both. I think I'm going to do the funnel neck and a hood as well. So we'll just see what happens. So wish me luck. But yes, that's what I'm probably going to be doing. But it's Friday today. You may notice it's a little bit quieter. I'm filming this in the afternoon. The bin men have already been, and I think they knock off a bit early. No, don't get me wrong, they might start making a racket now, but I have noticed some Friday afternoons they've gone a little bit early, so we might not get any noise. So this might be the way to go, but it doesn't give me a lot of time, does it, to edit and get it up. So yeah, so that's going to be definitely my next dressmaking make, and I'm really excited about it. And I said to my husband, if this jacket works out, I don't think I'll ever have to buy a jacket ever again. I think this will be my go-to jacket. So, and you can do that in knit and woven, so fingers crossed, I'm going to love it. Now, I have had some happy mail, something I've ordered and something I've won. And Poppy, it's going to be the Poppy project tomorrow. So all well and good, I'm going to be doing some free motion embroidery. And actually, right, if you are in the Poppy Club and you don't want any spoilers, look away now, right? So I'm going to pop a picture on the screen. This is the spoiler I've seen. When I signed up to Embroidery Club, this was a picture of the project that we're going to be doing, and it's this week's project. So I'll make sure that picture's gone now. So anybody who's in the club, you can look back now. So that's the project we're going to be doing tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm going to do a little, maybe my own pictures, just to do something a bit different. And I think it's a round pot. I think it's going to have a round bottom base and things, so that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And this is a pattern I've received that I've purchased, and I purchased it from Minerva, and it's called the Hannah dress. Now you might laugh because it's a gathered dress, right? I don't usually like gathers. I know the Wilder gown is gathered, but I made it work for me. It was a lightweight fabric. I put an elastic channel, la-di-da-di-da. But I don't really do gathered skirts. I don't really do wrap either. I don't know if it's because I tried wrap dresses when I was about 18, and it just put years on me. I just didn't look like a young 18-year-old. Now I know I'm 40 now, but I don't know. I don't know if I've still got that in my head that it just didn't look me. Do you know what I'm saying? But maybe now, maybe I could carry it off now. But I didn't actually buy it for the dress anyway. I've bought it for the top. Now there's a little top there, kind of looks a bit like a peplum, and it's got quite a quirky sleeve look. So that's going to be a make in for the summer, basically spring summer. So that might be soonish. And that's what else I'm going to do. Now Poppy to Fry sells a fabric pot on her website. It's basically like one of these pot things I keep going on about, and it's got a Singer sewing machine on it, and it's free motioned and things. And what it is, I do purchase things from Poppy, but I don't purchase anything that's sewn. So I do purchase tea towels, crocs, ceramics, basically. Things like that, things I can't make myself, basically. I purchase those but if it's fabric, I just prefer to make it myself. So I would really like a pot with a Singer sewing machine on it, and what I'd really like to do, I'd like to do the free motion using my Singer sewing machine. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, feels like it's been all authentic and I've sewn it on that machine. So I've been drawing out an old-fashioned machine like that, but I've done it out. It took me a little while. I forgot to mention this actually yesterday when I was filming, but I just don't think it's going to be big enough for the pot. If I do a pot that size, I don't know, actually it doesn't look too bad really, does it? Maybe. Right, do you know what? If it doesn't work out, I suppose I might draw one again and make another one. So I did try scanning this into my computer to see if I could resize it, save redrawing it. And I have scanned it, but it's come out a bit faint. But I could go over it, kind of thing, like a bit more solid. So yeah, so that's going to be an up-and-coming thing. A free motion pot with a sewing machine on it. Oh, and Anna's gift, I didn't say what her YouTube is. Now Anna, that I've sent the pot to, she's You've Got Me in Stitches, basically. So I don't know if she's got it yet. I posted it yesterday. It was about 4 o'clock, but I did it the best delivery I could do it, and they told me it'd be with her by 1 o'clock, but I haven't heard from her yet. Well, I haven't checked Facebook actually, so she might have messaged me, but yes, I don't know if she's got it yet. So I've told her that it'll be with her by 1 o'clock. If it isn't, I'll feel really bad, you know, if like she's waiting around for me and it doesn't arrive, but fingers crossed. So yeah, so I don't know when I can put this video up, but like I said before, I can always say don't watch my video if you want to be a surprise when you open your parcel. So what else did I want to talk about? Oh yes, my prize. Now I was so happy to win this, right? Basically I have a box where I keep all my sewing machine needles in. Now it's something my mum bought me in 2003 for sewing purposes, and And basically, I do keep sewing machine needles. It has got different compartments, but there isn't enough compartments. So I was absolutely over the moon when I won this, and it's from the company's Pattern Trace. Now, I've mentioned them before, right? And I've won the competition, right, through Loopy Mabel's Closet. You might have heard of her, and she does crochet and sewing. But I think at the moment she's actually making clothes that she's selling. So well done to her, because I remember I was watching a while ago, and I think she just used to talk about things she's made. From what I know, because there's so many people out there, and there's only so much time, isn't it, to watch people. And but I think she actually sells item of clothing that she's made now. So fabulous, well done to her. But that's who was running the competition. But the prize was from Pattern Trace. Now I have got things from Pattern Trace, and it's the fabric swatch book that I asked for this, didn't I, for Christmas? And so far, that's all I've stuck in it. It's a bit shameful, isn't it? The Finger made my toaster sweater, the loose version 2, is it? The funnel neck, that one. That's what I made. I made with that. I use that fabric. So that's my swatch book from them. And actually, when I opened my Swedish tracing paper for the first time, because I was going to do it for this jacket, which now I'm not doing, that's Pattern Trace as well. So, but I don't know if I got it directly from them. I'm not sure now where I ordered it from. So basically, if I haven't explained this properly, this is where you keep all your needles, and it comes, I think these are stickers, and it says thank you for your order, but it go forth and create, but in biro it says congrats, because obviously I've won it, haven't I? So that just is going to come off, and I'll open it up for you to see. I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to organise all my needles. Yes, basically I've got something with compartments, but there just isn't enough, and they all get messed up. So this is going to be so much more organised, and it's got all the sizes and then what sort of needles they are, and these are how many compartments there are. And there's Velcro here, look. Now, I don't know why there's Velcro. Maybe some needles have Velcro, that cases have Velcro. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, maybe I'll ask them about that, because you want to use something, don't you, till its full potential. Well, I do anyway. And I'm guessing what you'll do is you'll stick these on top. That's what I'm presuming. You'll stick them above which needle, so you'll know when you pick it up. Or I suppose you could always stick it inside along the edge, I suppose, couldn't you? So, and there is a size guide for different kind of fabrics. So it suggests that for delicate silks and voile and organza, you use a very light needle, which is a 60 over 8. I don't know how you say that exactly. Yes, would you say 60 over 8? And then it says for cotton, lawn, voile and lining fabrics, you use a 70 over 10, that's a light needle, so on kind of thing. So yeah, thank you so much. I know that it probably goes into a generator thing and you get picked out and everything, but it just feels amazing, doesn't it, to win something, and to win something that's so, for your passion, and it's so useful. Organisation, I just love organisation. So thank you so much for the people involved and for sending me this, and I can't wait to organise my needles. And please check out Loopy Mabel's Closet, and please check out Pattern Trace. Loopy Mabel's Closet, she has got a YouTube and she is on Instagram. Pattern Trace are on Instagram, and I think Loopy Mabel Closet, she does a crochet channel as well. So I just wanted to give them a good shout out, because obviously I've won something from them, and it's nice to give them some recognition, isn't it? So I think that's where I am. I better get in there, because I don't know if my husband made my cuppa or not. Actually, he might have not, because he thought I'm in here filming. But thank you so much for joining me again for Friday Sews. I hope it's it's all okay, you know, and I hope you've got some enjoyment out of it, and I look forward to bringing you one hopefully next Friday. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.